Hello students, my marketing stars. Hope the last lecture has solved all your queries related to the subject. Today we'll be moving forward with the next topic, that is holistic marketing concept, that is also known as the wholesome marketing, or that is also known as integrated marketing communication. Let's understand one difference here. This is not the process of integrated marketing communication. Integrated marketing communication process will be coming in a different chapter, that is usually known as the process of advertising. Today we'll be discussing about the detailed concept of holistic marketing. Holistic marketing is also the part of core marketing concept. One need to understand that what is the weightage of example in the question in your examination. If the question comes worth 14 marks, then you have to include this holistic marketing concept in the core marketing concept. But usually many times it has been seen in the examination that holistic marketing concept has been asked separately for 10 to 14 marks. Now at that point of time it becomes very difficult for the students to write this answer. Hence, I have changed this subject and I have prepared a detailed answer for you all people, so that in your examination, if it comes for 10 to 14 marks, you can write in detail, maybe a short note or maybe a long answer. So you should be prepared for it. Now, as you understand with the terminology that what do we understand by the holistic marketing? Holistic marketing is something that is wholesome, that covers all the areas of marketing. All right, let's start with the definition over here, that what a definition is trying to tell you. The holistic marketing concept is based on the development, design, and implementation of marketing programs. Remember what we are trying to tell you about: the development of marketing program, the designing of marketing program, and the implementation of marketing program. Now the question comes here, sir, what do you understand by the marketing program? Marketing program is something that includes from the product designing to the advertisement. Everything that has been included in the marketing is known as a marketing program. So how to design a product, how to design the advertisement, how to design your channel of distribution, and how to design your promotion strategies, that all things will be included in your holistic marketing concept. Okay, program, process, and activities that recognize the breadth and interdependencies. Remember this word is going to be very important for you. Holistic marketing also means the interdependent. See, I'll start with an example over here, a very simple example over here. Say for instance that you are going to appear your examination, and after your examination is over, you are coming back to your home or in a hostel. Just we are assuming that you stay in a hostel, and after coming to your hostel, you go to a say for an example, a kirana store, a grocery store, and a grocery store says, sir, this is XYZ noodle packet, you buy it. Now you may hesitate to buy that particular product. Why you will hesitate? Because you haven't heard about this product earlier. This is something you are not aware about, so you do not want to take the risk just because a wholesaler, a retailer is trying to sell this product. Say for an example, in another instance, you watch a television. And that in television there is an advertisement of this noodle, and you watch this television, you get inspired, you go to a store, a kirana store, and you tell the kirana store that, sir, please give me this noodle. Now the kirana store person tells you, okay, sir, I do not have this noodle because there is no stock available. Now this is a dangerous thing, that company is doing advertisement but the stock is not ready. All right, now can you understand the meaning of this interdependencies? If your product is ready, your another department should know, that is your promotion department. If your promotion is ready, definitely your channel of distribution should have delivered all the products to the retailer. Understanding? Say for example, your product is reached to the retailer and your promotion is not yet publicized in the market. So this is not going right. This is not integrated. Interdependent means what? Integrated. That if one department is working properly but they are not communicating with the other department, it means your holistic marketing is not going in the right direction. Okay. Holistic marketing recognize that everything individual try in a variety of different marketing strategies every day. Okay, fine. Now this is something you can just take a moment and read it. This is not going to come in your examination though, but you can have a look upon it. Okay, fine. Now take a look here at this point of time that what main aspects are being covered in holistic marketing or integrated marketing or wholesome marketing. First is integrated marketing, second is internal marketing, third is relationship marketing, and the fourth is social responsibility marketing. The last core concept what we have done related to the societal marketing concept. Okay, so let's begin with this. There are another three points within them, so we can discuss this one by one. First, we are discussing the integrated marketing that you can see here. So we'll start with this. Okay, now integrated marketing means what? Integrated marketing means what I just gave an example of a noodles that communicating and delivering. This is creating, communicating and delivering of the products or the value to the customer. All right. Now the four P's of the famous four P's of the marketing, what we are talk about, 4P, that is product, price, place and promotion. This all things should go together. If this is not going together, this is not going to work. Now remember this aspect. Who gave this concept of 4P? This is a McCarthy, that who gave J. McCarthy gave the concept of the 4P. All right, traditional marketing. The entire marketing has been dependent on the 4P. The first one, product. Now when I talk about a product, now what I talk about the products, the first thing is the designing of a product, the features of the product, the name of the product, the model, the style, the appearance, the quality, warranty, package and so on, services, after sale services, service standards, service charges and the return in the sense when a consumer is returning you the product. So we are talking about all this stuff. All right, so when I talk about a product, so company has to decide upon all this linkage points that starting in a product, everything should be covered in this product, nothing should be left over. Okay, second is your price. Now pricing policies. Now what kind of a price you are going to charge? Fine. See, let's understand this thing that your entire syllabus will cover this 4P in detail. Fine, when you'll be done with the first chapter and the second chapter, then from the third chapter everything will be coming in detail, that what is pricing, what are the factors affecting to the pricing, what are the discount pricing, what is rebate, and everything will be talking about. So this is just an overview what we are talking about the holistic marketing. Okay, now list price, margins, how much price you want to charge, what would be the profit margin, what profit margin will you be giving to the retailer, what profit margin you will be giving to the wholesaler, and etc. Discounts, what kind of a discount you will be giving to your consumers, like cash discount, trade discount and so on. Will you be giving rebates to the consumer? Rebate in the sense means what, like who's buying in bulk or who's a repetitive buyer, like for an example a loyal buyer. I'll give an example over here. If for one time you have bought a Maruti car and second time again you are buying the same car from the Maruti second time, so a company will be giving you certain kind of a rebate, loyalty rebate, that has been known as. So what should be the percentage of that loyalty rebate? Okay, terms of delivery, like in what term, how many months you need, what should be your cash turnover ratio, all right, debt turnover ratio, payment terms, credit terms, installment purchase facility or resale price, maintenance price, etc. There are lot of things that we need to talk about. I'll give an example over here. If you know that Skoda has one kind of a facility that you use the car, you buy a car today and you start paying the EMI after a year or 2 years or so, and after the usage of the car for 5 years the company will buy back the car at certain price. This is guaranteed. So this all are the marketing techniques that are being used by the companies today. Okay, third is your place. Fine, that is also known as a channel of distribution we are talking about. Okay, we are talking about a place. Okay, channel of distribution, channel design, how you will be designing your channel, we have discussed in one of our last lecture, that is whether it will be 0 level, whether it will be 1 level, whether it will be 2 level, whether it will be 3 level or so on, what kind of a channel you want to make it. what kind of a types of intermediaries you want, whether you want a retailer or you want a company outlet, whether you want a franchisee or whether you want your own company outlet. So that depends on the company, like what kind of a investment they want to make into the channel of distribution. Okay, location of outlets, if you are going to start your own outlets, company, franchise, I'll give an example over here. For example, McDonald's usually prefer a isolated place where no other restaurants are normally there. They are looking for a isolation. And Burger King has a kind of a tendency, wherever they see a good competition, they always want to open their stores over there. For an example, if there is somewhere McDonald's, Burger King will prefer that I'll open my store next to the McDonald's, because this will increase the sale. So that depends on the company, the kind of a policy they want to basically use it. Okay, channel remuneration, what I just talk about, the margin. Fine, this is a margin what they have been talking about. If a retailer is selling your product, what margin you will be giving to them. All right, dealer principal relation, like what kind of a relation you want to maintain. Has to be a risk taking relation, or it has to be a risk free relation. All right, so that again we'll be discussing all this thing when the chapter would be coming again. Physical distribution, that is your transportation, warehousing, inventory, labels, order processing, etc. Like what should be your break-even point, or what should be your economic order of quantity, and everything that has to be decided in the place. Fourth and the last one, that is your promotion activity. Personal selling expenses or selling expertise, size of sales firm, quality of sales force, marketing communication, advertising, media mix, every such decisions will be taken in the promotional aspect. Please try and understand, promotion do not mean the advertising. Fine, advertising is the one part of the promotional activity, sales is the one part of the promotional activity. So please try and understand that advertisement doesn't mean the promotion is a wider term. Advertising, sales force, publicity, public relation, and everything is the part of the promotional activities. This we are done with the first point. Fine, this is our first point we have completed. Fine, now we'll be moving to this point, that is your internal marketing. Okay, let's start with the internal marketing. Now I'll give an example over here. What does the internal marketing mean? Say for an example, any of your friend is working at any XYZ company, all right, and that company is manufacturing lots of product like chocolates, noodles, some other kind of a products, and he is working with the chocolate department. You go to him and you ask him, okay, what do you think, like when the noodles would be coming up? And he answers you that I don't know, I work with the chocolate department, I really don't know what the noodle department is doing. But you will ask it, but I think you are working in the same company. But he'll say, no, we work in the same company, but we have a different department. So this throws a very bad impression in the front of the consumer or in the front of the society, that employer only don't know about a new product of the company. So company, before advertise their product to outsider, company should advertise their product first within the company. Find a company employee, maybe he's working with the advertisement department, or he's working with the distribution department, or he's working with the promotional department, or he's working with the product designing department. Wheresoever he is working in any of the product department, he should be well versed, aware about the products of the company, because he is only going to become an opinion leader sooner or later. Fine, this is all about the internal marketing. Now let's read point number 1 over here, so you would be able to understand. I request you to take a moment and just read this out, what does this mean. At first level, all marketing functions like sales force, marketing research, customer service, product management, advertising, etc. must go together. That is, all the personnel should work in the tandem or the unison for a common goal. Fine, it should not be like that, it's not my work to understand what you're trying to say. It should be something like that. Okay, I'll take an effort and let's make an effort together to make our company successful, to make our company more brighter and more profitable. Here it is not about you and me, here it is about us. All right, so you need to understand this aspect over here. Second, At a second level, marketing must be implemented by the departments for a common goal of an organization. All the relevant function departments like finance, HR, operations, logistics systems must coordinate each other to have a marketing orientation. This is what just I said. If, for example, a person who's working in the HR department of a noodle factory, and you ask him, oh, what a new product is going to come about, and he says, I don't care about it because I work in the HR department. This is not a good answer. So what the impression has been seen, if a company is not able to tell their own employees about their product, what they will be telling others about their product. Fine. So I hope you understand about this aspect. Okay. The next is relationship marketing. Fine, we are done with the 2 points. We are done with the first one, we are done with the second one. Now we are coming with the relationship marketing. Okay, let's start with the relationship marketing now. Okay, now relation with whom? Normally people believe that when somebody talks about relation, no, relation is not only with the customers. Relation has to be with the customers, it has to be with the financiers, it has to be with the suppliers, with the distributors, and all the stakeholders that are concerned with you. They can be bank, they can be government, they can be the society at large, what normally you people have read it in your business environment in the last semester. Okay, every person who is associated with your company should have a good relation with your organization. Let's see this one by one, slowly and gradually, so you would be able to understand this stuff. This is the concept of relation marketing. It aims at the building mutually satisfying long-term relationship with the key parties. With whom? With the long term. They are not talking about the short-term relationships. They are talking about the long-term relationship with whom? First is your customers, your financiers, suppliers, distributors, and the common stakeholders. In order to earn and in order to retain their business, it also builds a strong economic, technical, social binding among the parties. These are the four key institutions of marketing. Fine, the following are the key, more important institution. Who are they? The customers, the employees, marketing parties. Now, who are the marketing parties? Very important. This can come in your MCQ also. Channels, suppliers, distributors, dealers, retailers, and the agencies, those who are selling your product, are known as your marketing partners, or they are also known as your channel partners, or they are also known as your intermediaries. All right, so remember this terminology very carefully. Fourth one, first is done customer, second is your employee, third is your marketing, fourth one is your financial community. Now, who comes in the financial community? The first and the very most important is your shareholder. Fine, shareholder comes as your financial community. Second is your stakeholders. Who are your stakeholders? As you know that I have said, government can be your stakeholder, consumer can be your stakeholder, society at large can be your stakeholder, your employee can be your stakeholder. Everybody is known as your stakeholder. Even your bank is your stakeholder. Who has given you the loan is your stakeholder. Your suppliers are your stakeholders. This all is considered as your stakeholders. All right, financiers, investors, analysts. And the fifth and the most important is another key constituent of society. They can be whom? So they can be your well-wishers, they can be your philanthropists, that is your NGOs, non-governmental organization, the scientists who are developing products for you, the professors at the business schools and at the another universities, and the environmentalists. Fine, the people, those who are working for the safety of the environment should also be taken care properly. All right, you should have a good harmony relation with them. Okay, now done with this. Now again, I will tell you, we are done with the 3 points, that is your integrated marketing, internal marketing, relationship marketing. Now coming to the fourth one, that is your social responsibility marketing. This we have done a bit in the last core concept, but again we will be doing it as a part of this. Okay, social responsibility marketing. Now, what is social responsibility marketing? Try and understand over here. Companies operate in a society, so their consumers and the customers are, and hence they should never forget its contribution to the company. This involves broader concerns of the society at large, like social, legal, ethical, environmental, in context of the marketing activities. Companies need to evaluate whether they are truly practicing ethically and socially responsible marketing. The question mark comes here. Fine, this is a very important question. Somebody has asked upon, are we working ethically or we aren't working ethically? I'll give an example here. Say for an example, you're running a watch factory, fine, and you're selling watches. Somebody watch is not working properly and a certain part can be repairable, fine, that part can be repaired, but you have made a tendency that if somebody comes with this thing that who asks you that this part has to be repaired, but you say no sir, let's replace the part, हम part को replace कर देते हैं. So if you have this kind of a unethical activity, your company won't end for a very long period of time, because you are not working your company at a ethical level. This kind of a ethics should be avoided. You should run with the full ethics only. All right. Now, for example, what we have another thing here. Fine. Several factors are driving companies to practice the higher level of corporate social responsibility. We have done this in business environment. We are repeating it. All right. Rising customers' expectation. Why should we follow ethics? Because customer has a high expectation from the company. Changing employees expectation. Employees also believe that we are getting a good salary, we should get a good salary, we should get our bonuses on time, we should get our incentives on time. So they have certain kind of expectation from us. Third and the most important, sir, there is a government pressure on us. Fine, we have certain pressure from the government to maintain a certain kind of a ethics. Fifth, changing business procurement criteria. Fine, the business has been changing, the buying criteria of the companies are been changing, so we should also work in the ethical environment. All right. Business success and continually satisfying the customer and other stakeholders are closely linked to the adoption and implementation of a high standard of business and marketing conduct. Okay, I'll give an example over here. Now, everybody knows that our neighboring nations are not behaving in a very good way. So how we are discouraging them? We are discouraging them by not adopting their product. Fine, people have started using a hashtag vocal for local. Why we have to do this kind of stuff? Why we don't raise such kind of a voice to a Japanese goods or related to American goods or a Canadian goods? Why we do this kind of activities with our other neighboring nations only? Because they are not having ethical standards. They do not operate with the ethical standards. Hence, certain kind of a vocal or certain kind of a hashtags are being used against certain countries. So we should behave in a very ethical format, because or it will happen with us also that companies, those who are not using with the ethical standards, say for an example Johnson & Johnson has been fined, has been penalized by the US government heavily for using a substandard products. So everybody have started discouraging certain kind of products because they are not following the ethical standards. Yes, the most admired companies in the world adhere to the code of serving people's interest and not only their own. What is good for the society, they are using that kind of ethical standards only. Yes, last but not the least, will be before concluding, let's see this: legal behavior, ethical behavior, social responsibility behavior, cause related marketing, and the social marketing. Let's take this one by one. Legal behavior means what? That is according to the government standards and norm. Fine, how much, for an example, the weight what you are claiming, that weight of a product should be there. Ethical behavior, I gave an example of a shampoo in my last lecture. A shampoo is good and effective with a twice a week usage, but if it is a twice a week usage, you will be only able to sell 108 times in the entire year. So what company says, use daily. So by doing this, they have increased their 3.5 time consumption. So this is not ethical behavior. Social responsibility behavior, it means that where you are giving certain kind of a discount or certain kind of a advantage to the society. Say for an example, I saw auto rickshaw in which it was been written that 60 plus free. I mean, the senior citizen don't have to pay anything. So this is a social responsibility behavior. Cause related marketing can be considered as somebody who's promoting polio, or somebody who's promoting AIDS related causes, or somebody who's promoting a traffic things, or somebody who's promoting, for example, recently if we see corona, that you should wear a mask. So that becomes a cause related marketing. Social marketing is something where you see the society needs something, a particular society needs something, and according to that need you are making your product and you're selling your product in that way. All right. So if you have any doubt, you can drop your query in the Google Classroom. So we'll be solving it. And this week we'll be having one quiz also. So be mentally prepared with a surprise quiz. I'll be posting in a Google Classroom. So on that particular day, your lecture won't be there and you'll be having your quiz. So it would be a surprise quiz. So be ready with that. Till that, keep reading and stay safe at home.